Yes. Whether my screen is visible, ma? Can you hear me? Whether my screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Then better I can start. So, in the previous class, we learned about sensor networks, right? So, today we are going to see about wireless sensor networks, where it will be consisting of thousands of very small nodes, as I told before, as sensors. Okay, so this is the deployment, okay, of a wireless sensor networks. And we'll be having a base station. So from the base station, towards the base station, every of the transferred communication, it will reach, and that's how the process is that is carried on. So, as we'll be thinking about the wireless sensor network, it is equipped with sensing, limited computation, as well as wireless communication capabilities. So, here we can see this is a whole architectural diagram which we can say about a wireless sensor networks, where we used to have the power unit, which is to all the components. Then we'll be having the microcontroller, which is the embedded OS as well as the memory, from where we'll be having a sensing unit which will be having the data gathering as well as the processing, and transceiver as well as communication is there, where we'll be having putting towards the environment and other nodes. That is how a typical hardware components of a sensor node in sensor networks is there. So as we'll be dealing with the wireless sensor networks, these are all the networks that which will be consisting of sensors which are distributed in a ad hoc manner. Okay. Uh, yes. So here we'll be having the wireless sensor networks which will be working together for each and every sense which is happening in the physical phenomenon of a particular structure or whatever, wherever we'll be using. And then whatever information which we receive, that will be gathered together, and then it will be processed to get a relevant result of whatever which is expected. Okay, so that is how wireless sensor networks which will be helping us to find the thing. And it is also a infrastructure which we'll be making use of in a um, it is a infrastructure less, because all the other particular networks which are there, that will be having some infrastructure, and that's how it will be working. Here it is a infrastructure less wireless network which is deployed in a large number of wireless net sensor in ad hoc manner, and that is also used to monitor the system physically, as well as in all the environmental conditions will be checked over here. So as we'll be dealing here with the sensor nodes, the sensor nodes which are using the wireless sensor networks with the onboard processors which will be managing as well as monitoring the environment in a particular area, where we'll be connected, they are connected to the base station which acts as a processing unit which is there in the wireless sensor network system. The base station, which is there in a wireless sensor network system, is connected through the internet to share the data. And wireless sensor network can be also used for processing as well as making the analysis, having the storage as well as mining the data. All such things will be done over there. And the wireless sensing sensor network architecture which is there, as I told, it is infrastructureless, right? and it will be sensing the information, and the sensor networks which is there, which will be consisting of the protocols as well as algorithms, which is with self-organizing capabilities. As we know, the wireless sensor network, which will be that is having three layers: physical layer and data link layer, then the application layer. So in the physical layer, which will be connecting the sensor nodes to the base station using the technologies like Bluetooth, infrared, all such things. Okay, and we'll be having the data link layer, which is responsible for establishing a reliable communication or connection between the sensor nodes as well as the base station, and we'll be using the protocols like IEEE 8.15.4, which is used to manage the data transmission, and it will be ensuring the efficient communication within and around the network. And the next layer is the application layer, where it will be enabling the sensor nodes to communicate specific data to the base station, which will be using the protocols like Zigbee to define how the data is formatted or else transmitted and received, supporting to various applications like environmental monitoring or else industrial control. Okay, so this is how the uh, network is there. And as I told, we'll be having the network, which will be having the protocols, and it is having the capability of self-organizing capability, where we'll be comparing, when we are comparing that with the ad hoc networks, wireless sensor networks, which is mainly using the broadcast communication, while ad hoc networks using the point-to-point communication. And unlike the ad hoc network, sensor network are limited by the sensors, limited power is there. So these are all the challenges which we might be facing. And sensor nodes which won't be having any global ID. So it is hard enough for us to find, or else because of the large overhead which is there, as well as the large number of sensors which is deployed, we can't do it. Okay, and as we it is a self-organizing node, here we'll be having different types of topology which is there: the bus topology, star topology, tree topology, mesh topology, everything will be there. Where in the bus topology, multiple nodes which are there, that will be connected to a single line or bus, and the data which is there, which will be traveling along with this bus from one node to the another node. That is how it is happening in the bus topology. Second is the star topology. So in the case of the star topology, we'll be having a central node, and that is called as the master node, and from which it will be connecting directly to multiple other nodes, and the data flows from the master node to the connected nodes. This topology is efficient for centralized control. And the next is the tree topology, where the tree topology, which will be arranging nodes in a hierarchical structure, reassembling a tree, resembling like a tree. Okay, and tree like structure, that's why it is called as tree topology. And the data which is transmitted from one node to another node along with the branches of the tree structure, and it is also useful in expanding the coverage in the hierarchical deployment. And the next is the mesh topology, where it will be featuring nodes interconnected with one another, forming a mesh like structure. That the data which is there can travel through multiple paths from one node to another node until it is reaching its destination. This topology, which will be offering the robust coverage as well as the redundancy. So these are all the topologies in which the wireless sensor networks is having. There are also types of wireless sensor networks. They might be terrestrial wireless sensor network, underground wireless sensor network, underwater wireless sensor network, multimedia, mobile wireless sensor network. So these are all some of the types where we'll be having the wireless sensor networks. So any problem, ma? Who is unmuting your mic? Sam Durai Ruben. Sam Durai Ruben. What is happening? 1132. Sam Durai, you meet me after this class hour, okay? So, so when we'll be having the terrestrial wireless sensor networks, it is useful for efficient communication between the base stations which are there, and also it is having thousands of nodes which can be placed in an ad hoc manner, random manner, or else in a structured or planned manner, wherever, however we can make it happen. And the nodes which will be using the solar cells for the energy efficiency here, and the other that is focuses on low energy use as well as optimal routing, because both is essential for the wireless sensor networks, because that are all the challenges which we might be facing. So we need to concentrate towards it. And the second one is the underground wireless sensor networks. So here the new nodes which are there, which will be buried under the ground to monitor certain conditions, and it is requiring additional sync nodes above the ground for data transmission, because every of the other nodes are there in the underground, and it is facing challenges like high installation factors, then maintenance. So all such things are the challenges which it might be facing, and limited battery life as well as difficulty in recharging, that will be the problems in addition to the challenges which we might be facing. So this is about the second type. And the third one is underwater wireless sensor networks. So in the case of the underwater wireless sensor networks, it is deployed in the water environments. Okay, as like the name is suggesting, and it will be have like a under autonomous underwater vehicles, where it will be also facing the challenges like slow data transmission because it is underwater, then bandwidth limitations are there, then signal attenuation is also there. So these are all the challenges which it might be facing. So the nodes which are there, that have restricted as well as non-rechargeable power sources. So these are all the advantages which it might be having. The next is multimedia wireless sensor networks, which will be used to monitor the multimedia events like video, audio, images, all such things. So nodes which are equipped with microphones and also the cameras, which is useful for data capturing. And the challenges here too, it will be having high power consumption, because we'll be processing the video, audio, everything, and large bandwidth requirement need to be there, as well as complex data processing. So these are all the challenges which it might be facing. It is also designed for efficient wireless data compression as well as the transmission. So the fourth one is mobile wireless sensor networks, where it is composed of the mobile sensor nodes and capable of independent movement. Okay, offering the advantages like increased coverage area, because it is mobilizing, it is having increased coverage area, then energy efficiency is there, and channel capacity when compared to the another other static nodes, because it is dynamic one, And the node which will be here that can sense, compute, as well as it can communicate with what are all the while moving the environment itself. So these are all some of the types of wireless sensor networks which are there. And we can see about the applications of wireless sensor networks, which will be having a wide range of applications where it can have ever increasing number of applications like where in the area of protection, security, surveillance, healthcare, then environment monitoring, food safety monitoring, and all such means all the areas wherever it is applicable, we'll be making use of it. And by using it, so these are all some of the applications where the humans can't process the data in such areas too, in the forest or else in the fire detection, no such means it will be done. And as like the second row, second figure, which will be used in the health, where the sensors are fitted in the body of the man, and will be it will be generating the values, and from where they'll be help it will be helpful to take the report. So in all such fields wherever it is applicable, the particular things are used. So in challenges, even though we will be having that many advantages or applications which are there, so it can be divided in three categories, like monitoring of objects, monitoring of a particular area, both monitoring the area as well as the objects. So when we will be checking about monitoring of the area, we can make use of it in the environmental as well as habitat monitoring. Then precision agriculture, we can make use of it, and indoor climate control. So these are all the things which we learned already, right? So many examples we have seen. And military surveillance, treaty verification, then intelligent alarms. So in all such means we will be making use of it, and all the things which will be putting under monitoring area. And the next is the, so there too they have we have quoted about the precision agriculture, where we will be making use of the operations in by with the help of the sensors, and that too is efficient, and it will be accurately predicting what is there. And the monitoring objects, which will be having subdivisions like structural monitoring, ecophysiology, then condition based maintenance, medical diagnostics, then urban terrain mapping. All such fields we can put under the monitoring objects. Already we learned all these things, right? So monitoring the interaction between the object and space is the third thing, where we'll be thinking about the wildlife habitats, disaster management, emergency response, ubiquitous computing, asset tracking, healthcare, manufacturing, process flows, all the things we'll be having, making use of it. And here too we'll be having the challenges too, where we'll be thinking about the quality of service, that is one major concern. And the next is security issue. Third one is the energy efficiency, the network throughput, performance, ability to cope with the node failure, cross layer optimization, scalability to large scale of department. So all such things are the challenges which we might be facing here. And the low power, limited energy constraint due to their small size, these are all the uh, disadvantages of the challenges which we have seen this in the previous class itself, right? And the design challenges which we might be facing is heterogeneity. The devices which is deployed there, which will be of various types, as well as it have a need to collaborate to each other. So that is one major thing. And the next is distributed processing. See, even though we'll be need to be having as many things that need to be centralized, as the processing which is there, that will be carried out in different nodes. and the low bandwidth communication, which will be another factor, which is a challenge, where the data which is transferred should be transferred efficiently between the sensors. So that is another disadvantage or challenge we'll be having. And the next is large scale coordination, where we'll be having the sensors which will be coordinating with each other to produce required results, and we'll be having the utilization of sensors which will be utilized in ways which will be producing maximum performance and using less energy. And the third is the real time computation, where the computation which will be there that need to be done as early as possible, and also it will need to be generated. So these are all the challenges which we might be facing in the design. Okay, when we'll be having the operational ways, there too we'll be possessing some challenges that are energy efficiency, that we know already, limited storage as it is of small size, then the low bandwidth as well as high error rates are there. Then the errors which are there, that is not, that are all common, where we'll be having the noise measurement, node failure. So all these things need to be filtered. Then the scalability, that is another concern when we'll be having requiring large number of nodes. Then survivability, which is there in the harsh environments, and experiments are time as well as space intensive. So now when we'll be enabling the technologies, we'll be having embedded network as well as sensing. So when it is an embedded one, we'll be having the control system with respect to the small form factors, which will be there in the untethered nodes, and network, it will be having a collaborative sensing, where it will be coordinating and performing higher end tasks. Sensing is tightly coupled to the physical world, and that's how it is exploited. And when we will be checking about the future of WSN, we can give an example about the smart home or smart office. So in all the buildings, all the house as well as in the classes or buildings, we'll be having the smart lighting, then whatever electrical device which is there, that is fitted with sensors, and that's how it will be happening. Then when it is a pentagon building, they'll be using the sensors extensively, and that's how it is causing. And in the biomedical as well as medical fields, whatever health monitoring is there, that will be done then and there. But with the so they'll be checking about the glucose level, heart rate is done, checked. Then cancer detection, that is also done with the help of the sensors. And chronic diseases can be found like artificial retina, cochlear plants, implants, all such things will be done. So many other diseases are there. Then the hospital sensors, that will be monitoring the vital signs, then recording the anomalies, all the things with the help of the sensors they'll be fitting, and they'll be making use of it. And the military based thing is also done, where remote deployment of the sensors is carried out to check and monitor the energy troop movements. And the next might be the industrial and commercial, where we'll be having numerous commercial and industrial applications like agricultural crop production or condition, that will be checked. And also inventory tracking is done, in process parts tracking is happening, then autonomous problem reporting, theft deterrent, then plant equipment maintenance processing, all will be done here. So in the traffic management as well as monitoring the future cars which is there, which may use the wireless sensors to handle the accidents and handle the thefts. So that even may uh, have implemented from now even, I guess, because the in cars and all we'll be having the key. So once we are not having the key, nearby, because it is with the help of the infrared rays, and because of which, when we are far away, or else when a thief is here to steal, then we can, when we are trying to throw away the key, then they can't steal. So that itself is there. And the sensors which are there, that is embedded in the roads to traffic, to monitor the traffic flow, and also it will be providing the real time updates. So for example, when we will be moving by a car, okay, either the Uber or Ola or whatever means, or a taxi, so many things are there, right? So when we are moving through these cabs, it will be analyzing the traffic, and first itself it will be notifying us that there is traffic and this much time we might be slowing down. Okay, it will be predicting. And this is the example which is there for a sensor board, MTS 400 or 420. So this is how, this is all about the wireless sensor networks, and these are all the types of topologies, types of wireless sensor networks which are available, and there are so many variety of applications are there, and we'll be making use of such things in wireless sensor networks, and we can be benefited through it. Okay, and now answer attendance, please. Yes, and answer attendance, Bertil Anto,
Present, ma'am.
Elia, Jenilia, Jenilia,
Present, ma'am.
Jason,
Present, ma'am.
Nanduri,
Present, ma'am.
Jospin,
Present, ma'am.
Harish,
Present, ma'am.
Jeffrin,
Present, ma'am.
Emima Angel,
Present, ma'am.
Jeffrey Thomas,
Present, ma'am.
Jaberson Khalid,
Present, ma'am.
Jebina,
Present, ma'am.
Shaikh Yasmin, Shaikh Yasmin, Angel,
Present, ma'am.
Santosh,
Present, ma'am.
Jeron, Mohit Sharan, Anand,
Present, ma'am.
Sandeep,
Present, ma'am.
MK San,
Present, ma'am.
Srihari, Srihari, Hani
Present, ma'am.
Jennifer.
Ma'am, Srihari present, ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
Okay, Hani Jennifer,
Ma'am, Srihari present.
Present, ma'am.
Jeffin,
Present, ma'am.
Srigan Paul,
Present, ma'am.
Ashik Paul,
Present, ma'am.
Reshman,
Present, ma'am.
Sharon,
Present, ma'am.
Abhishek,
Present, ma'am.
Einstein,
Present, ma'am.
Zeron, Madanadityan,
Present, ma'am.
Sarah,
Present, ma'am.
Sam Durai.
Present, ma'am.
Sam Durai, you come and meet me tomorrow, okay? Morning. Can you hear me?
Okay, ma'am.
Ah.
Yes, ma'am.
Angel S.
1094 present, ma'am.
Present,
Angel
ma'am.
S.
Present,
Radhika,
ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Himagiresh,
Present, ma'am.
Jennifer Grace,
Present, ma'am.
Srihas Reddy,
Present, ma'am.
Sujan, Kavin,
Present, ma'am.
Baladanavant,
Ma'am, Sujan present, ma'am.
ah,
Ma'am, present, ma'am.
Hemant. Hemant Palani. Hemant absent, Amma. Joseph Stalin.
Present, ma'am.
Shaiki Afzal.
Yes, ma'am.
Shivani.
Present, ma'am.
Abhishek.
Present, ma'am.
Gilka.
Present, ma'am.
Adish.
Present, ma'am.
Jarbin.
Present, ma'am.
Natesh Naren.
Present, ma'am.
Darwin John. Darwin John. Balaji.
Present, ma'am.
Joel David.
Present, ma'am.
Emmanuel. Emmanuel. Not here. Ricky Joel.
Present, ma'am.
Abel.
Present, ma'am.
Joyce.
Present, ma'am.
Satyajit.
Present, ma'am.
Berlin. Berlin. Berlin is not here. Anthony. Deepan Chakravarti.
Present, ma'am.
Levi.
Present, ma'am.
Godwin.
Present, ma'am.
Infant Raja.
Present, ma'am.
Badar Kumar.
Present, ma'am.
Gladys Gifty. Gladys Gifty. Grace Blessy.
Present,
Kevin
ma'am.
Peterson.
Present, ma'am.
Praneeth Reddy.
Present, ma'am.
Prasanna Kumar Reddy.
Present, ma'am.
Sainath Reddy. Sainath. Not here. Mokshit.
Present, ma'am.
Who is that? Mokshit.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Rushikesh.
Present, ma'am.
Sairam.
Present, ma'am.
So absentees URK 24 CS 1221 9004 9013 and 9052. Am I right?
Berlin, present, ma'am. 9013. 9013.
Who's that?
Berlin.
Till now I was calling you many times. So that's all right.
1049.
1049 is I haven't called, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma. Thank you.